the honorary Zanar Crest Rider with, he can explain it, but whatever background he's got today. I was kind of listening, but I was also kind of writing stuff down, but I want to hear it again. And you got, of course, you got God's father right there, rocking the long goatee.
This is years in the making. Thank you.
But with that being said, real quick, shameless plug. For those who are watching us on our YouTube, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. If you really enjoy us, spread the love around. Tell your friends, tell your family about it. Tell it. If just hit that share button. Hit that share button and share it to everybody else. Facebook. Please, please, please. We are still only 8 followers away until we can start going live to Facebook. Please share us there. Start spreading us around. We want to hit those 100 followers so we can start going live to you guys over there. Shout out to all of Godfather's socials, whatever he's streaming on right now. I know Godfather's the only one streaming right now, so until we get some more technical difficulties figured out, I'm not going to be able to stream. But with that being said, am I missing something?
Yeah, I want to know, hey, what's your background there, Zanar Crest Rider?
I do believe it is the Azure Span in the Dragon Isles.
Okay.
So which expansion is that from?
Dragonflight.
How long
ago?
The
previous expansion.
Okay, I was gonna say, how long ago was that?
Last year.
Last year?
Well, it ended last year.
Let me readjust quick. Well, with that being said, what we got going on today? Looking at show notes. Crest Rider, you want to start with something?
Legion Remix launched. It has been reasonably smooth. There was some lag issues at first. Obviously, everybody was jumping into it. Patch day shenanigans always happen. It actually came up surprisingly smooth for what I've been used to over the last 20 years with a patch day. There was a rather entertaining bug, though. After being very adamant that the Mage Tower will not return for this event, there was a bug that granted most Druid players the appearances from that particular event. So you suddenly have Druids running around in special shapeshift forms that were reserved as rewards from that Mage Tower that came out when Legion was actually the active expansion. They were retired at the end of that expansion and have not been obtainable since. Now most players are running around as them because suddenly they find themselves able to do so. Blizzard has stated that it is going to be remedied, but as of yet, people are still able to use them.
Hang on a second.
No, somebody didn't realize that they weren't ready.
No, I figured I was ready. However, my computer kicked over to my nightly streaming, which gave us. Come on.
Yep, it's up now. I got it.
You got it?
Yep. All right. Sorry to cut you off like that, Crest Rider. Old God's had some technical difficulties.
Well, thank God I looked at Facebook just to see how we were looking.
Now, what were you talking about Legion Remix?
What do you mean? That's what we look like.
No, look at it now.
Oh, okay.
You have to remember, there's like technology. A 5-second delay before 5-10 second delay from when we're talking to when it pops up.
Wouldn't be a Gnomad Gamers podcast if there wasn't something screwed up.
Yeah, well, the whole thing behind it is, and we'll get back to Crest Rider here in just a second. I swear to God, we will. So for everyone out there wondering why in the hell the last 2 weeks we've had major technical issues, number one, our collective brain is not out here with us. She is currently on her way back from vacation. That's problem one. Problem two is when we adjusted to the new studio into our permanent home, going to our permanent home, it gave us some unforeseen technical issues that we didn't know we were going to have to tackle. One of those is instead of having the cockpit. If you watch Thirsty Thursday or Talking Tuesday, you know I got two 55-inch TVs flanking my computer, and I can see everything. I got all my information pulled up. In the setting that we're in now, and I'll take a picture here in a minute, but in the setting that we're in now, it's just my laptop. So literally the only thing I see is what is on, pretty much what you guys are seeing is what I see. I have to have my iPad out here to see what you guys are seeing. So we will get better. It's growing pains. We will get there. It should be a hell of a lot better come next week. All right, Chris Ryder, go ahead.
Back to Legion Remix. Let's hope he remembers where he was at.
So,
Probably doesn't.
I mean, other than the bug that they had with the druid shapeshift forms, most things are working just fine. I've been playing as much as I've been able to, which is significantly less than I wanted to. I've had a lot of things interrupt me this week, a lot of work and stuff like that, obligations and, you know,
I hate
adult
when those get in
BS
the
that we
way.
all have to deal with.
God, I hate when they get in the way.
Yeah, well, I don't have vacation time to just take off half the time because people like their kids going to and from school.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to cover, Chris Ryder, before I just start jumping in on
You're not jumping into anything yet. You're going around the horn.
All right.
I got something.
I got nothing at the moment.
Wow. So you're telling me Godfather's actually got a point to bring to the table?
Well, I got two, but I'm gonna wait for the second one for after this. This one here is just mainly to irritate Sonar Crest Rider. Only because he's been extremely busy all week, so I have not been able to get my daily pokes in. And most of the time he says, I'm leaving now. Boop, and gone. This time he's on the podcast, I got him cornered. So
Don't think I won't hit that disconnect button.
As of today, ladies and gentlemen, we have got 227 days until the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, okay.
I warned you.
Yeah, okay.
Poof, there goes Crest Rider.
Yeah, okay. I will believe that when I actually see
All right, Crest Rider, you can come back now.
when I see the startup menu for GTA 6, I'll believe it when it actually comes out. So I guarantee you it'll probably be delayed.
Well, yeah, I mean, right now, there he is. Right now, it is more of a joke than it is anything else because we all know that the closer we get to the release of this game, which is
The more you won't shut up about it.
well, that too.
Oh, it's gonna get delayed again.
However, it is probably the most anticipated game release of this upcoming year.
It can be anticipated all you want, but
I know. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this: is I bring it up because when it does get delayed again, I'm going to be laughing at all these people who are just sincere when they are hammering. I am hammering it out of a joke, out of humor. I'm not doing it as a freaking fanboy. Although when it does come out, I'm taking a week off work because I'm going to be hammering that game.
Yeah. But you got nothing else, Crest Rider? You got nothing else, guys?
I've got nothing at the moment.
Are any of us talking?
All right. Well, there is something that I've been kind of following behind the scenes. Haven't we brought it up once in a previous podcast?
And what's that?
The update to the Roblox lawsuit.
To what lawsuit?
Roblox. Have you not heard about that?
I might have. I mean, we brought it up. There's so many lawsuits out there with gaming right now.
Being sued by 2 states in the United States. I believe it's Louisiana and now Kentucky has followed suit.
For what?
Playground because there's no like safe parameters for kids playing on it and
what do you mean safe parameters?
Because child predators run rampant throughout the entire network. And
okay, you have to give me more. Of course, I am completely and utterly against child predators. But in the day and age that we live in now, a lot of people, if they're against something, they're going to use the most lightning rod words to get us against it. So I want more.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can.
I mean, if these
Okay.
people are going out and intentionally trying to hurt kids,
Kentucky lawsuit states Roblox has failed to protect children on its popular online gaming platform, stating that it has become a playground for predators. The reason that this lawsuit has taken more of a full steam ahead is because I believe it was 3-4 months ago there was a Roblox YouTuber by the name of Schlep, I think, yeah, Schlep. There was a guy by the name Schlep that was playing Roblox. He got, I think, 6 predators arrested on the platform because he was disguising himself as an underage minor on the game, talking to these predators, trying to meet up with these predators, and handed them over to the cops. Well, Roblox went and banned Schlep instead of going after the predators because apparently there is a no vigilantism in their clause.
I'm with the states on this one. So this is a two-pronged problem, okay? And I think once I start saying this, all of us on this podcast are parents, so we can all relate to this. Number one, the parents need to talk to their kids, okay? I'm not victim shaming at all, but they need to talk to their kids about internet safety. I get, these kids are probably very young, but this is something that would scare the shit out of any parent, point blank and simple.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pay a little bit more attention to your children, number one. Number two, you need to let them know, hey, don't be meeting up with some asshole off of the game, okay? Now, number two, the game or whoever makes this game, Roblox, I guess, uh, they need to be taken down. Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
There's zero room in the gaming community for shit like this. Because although I may be a middle-aged man, when I go on to Red Dead 2 to go play in the Wild West, and I need to link up with 4 other individuals, I don't want to be scared. And on top of that, I'm never going to say, hey, where are you at? Let's go meet. That's some bullshit. So there has to be some safety in there. And by God, if the guy who went and turned these 4 predators in, they don't need to ban them.
Well,
they need to celebrate.
Well, and this is more because, and my source here is ABC News. So anybody that's wondering where I'm getting my source from, Courtney Norris, I don't know, the Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman said, or no, this is a different witness, but they said I came to realize later that I would like to admit it's actually like the Wild West on the internet, targeting children on this site on Roblox. The company is also facing growing backlash. The Kentucky suit comes after when Louisiana sold the company back in August. A suit was also filed in Iowa after a 13-year-old girl was allegedly introduced to an adult predator on the platform, then kidnapped and trafficked across multiple states.
Yeah, there's no room for this shit in the video game industry.
Roblox came out and said, quote, we have rigorous safety measures in place for advanced AI models and expertly trained team of thousands of moderating on our platform 24/7 for inappropriate content.
No, obviously they don't.
No, because I have seen firsthand, because I did a little bit of investigating myself. There are so many, so I don't know, you probably don't know how it works on Roblox, but
no, I don't.
Go onto the site, you can then choose a game. That game then has its own dedicated servers within Roblox, okay? You can create a game. You can create a game from scratch and then just do whatever you want with that game. There are multiple, like, bathroom simulators or, changing room simulators or stuff like this where these people hang out, these less than human individuals hang out, and then these kids will get into these games and then they will prey on these kids. Again, like you said, it's up to the adults to try to help with that, but it's up to Roblox themselves to take down these sites or take down these games, and they're not doing it.
Yeah.
They are not doing it, and this is the big reason why a lot of players and a lot of adults who play on this game, because let's be honest, it's mainly targeted towards kids. Kids are supposed to play this game, but a lot of adults do too, because there's a lot of like I grew up playing these games. There's a few games I still play on there because I grew up with them. I don't go off and try to.
Okay, get to the point. You're babbling. Let's go. I want to drop this subject, honestly.
Okay, well then we'll drop it. But
Good.
Roblox do better, and they're
Yeah.
not going to until they need to be taken down. Like God.
Yeah. No. There's no room for that shit in the video game industry. So moving on, because all it's going to do is going to fire me up. That's it, and I don't want to get fired up today.
All right. Well,
Hold on. Hold. Zanar, you got anything else? I can't see show notes, so I can't really.
I only had a chance to put the one in there. Like I said, between the extra surprise amounts of work that got kind of just foisted on me this week, and the Legion remix drop, and I haven't had a chance to look into much of anything.
Okay, so I got something that I might be stepping on Fireball's toes. I haven't looked at show notes yet, but yeah, I know. Give me that look all you want. Hey, at least I got set up well in time, and then I took a walk around my yard to see what I was going to do after the show. Battlefield 6 launched this week.
I wasn't going to talk about that, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So it's something that I thought I was going to step on Fireball's toes, but I guess I'm not going to. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it.
I've been hearing nothing but good things about it too. It's
the one thing that I heard about it that made me chuckle, and I was playing Red Dead Online last night when I heard this, was a player recreated the map from, I think it was Call of Duty 4, and was playing it, and it made me chuckle. Okay, might not have been 4. It was one of the fucking Call of Duties. That's all I know. But it made me chuckle because they took a Call of Duty map and put it onto Battlefield 6, and it got more players than what Call of Duty did. So here's the numbers, and we're what, day 3, day 4 into the launch of this game?
Nope, day 2.
Day 2. Okay. So these are from launch day, and this is only Steam numbers. This is not for any other platform that it came out on yesterday. So the players playing right now on Steam, 599,710. I just refreshed. Before I refreshed, it was like 602,000. 24-hour peak, 731,281.
Mm-hmm.
An all-time peak for yesterday. So yesterday was launch day. 747,440. So for me, and that's not, and I'm sure it's on Xbox Game Pass.
I don't believe it is on Xbox Game Pass.
I'm sure it launched on Xbox and PS5. And I don't have those numbers to look at because they're not going to disclose them. But that's a pretty successful launch day, if you ask me.
Very successful launch. It's so great because I think it was last weekend was the beta for Black Ops 7.
Call. Who knows? I'm not even paying attention to Call of Duty.
That beta was so bad, and shout out Gaming Utopia. I watched them play some of it because I'm telling you right now, I am not going to touch it.
That's huge.
I am not going to touch it. Even though it is on Game Pass, I'm not going to touch it.
That's huge.
He showed me multiplayer gameplay, which he played like 5 different games. 3 of them had hackers.
Well, what do you expect?
We went on to zombies. He played a game of zombies to kind of show me. And one, the beta map that they have for Black Ops 7 Zombies is just farm from Black Ops 2, reskinned, and a couple things moved in it, but it's the same damn thing. So they're not creating anything new, which one always irritates me because if you're using reskinned stuff for the nostalgia, just because you want to gain nostalgia points, That's how you know the game is terrible, for one. Two, they Warzone-ified it. Black Ops Zombies used to be a staple in the community. You used to have a cult following when it came to zombies. I used to be a part of that following. But you've torn down zombies to the point to where it's a joke now. The graphics for Black Ops 7 looks like a total joke. It looks more cartoony than Cold War. You've got hackers running around.
Yeah.
It's to me, Black Ops 7 is a total wash, and they're trying to bank off nostalgia because they know they can't win right.
Well, right now they're going to get their hind ends kicked by
Mhm.
Black Ops 6. Hey, and you keep talking about hackers. I'm going to tell you right now, no game is immune from hackers. I don't care how much safeguards they put in place, it's never going to happen.
No, but the reason why I keep bringing up the hacker part of it is because you have so many people in the community complaining. You have streamers, which we all know Call of Duty caters to streamers more than the casual player base. You have so many streamers sitting here complaining, saying, "Hey, you need to fix this." They come out with a statement saying, "Oh, we're working on it," and nothing changes. They have had a very bad hacking problem since 2020, since the launch of Warzone, and they haven't done a damn thing about it.
It's because they don't have to. Why do they have to? I guarantee you, since Battlefield 6 is now out, and once they start getting their keysters absolutely hammered, I bet you anything, Call of Duty 8 will have very good safeguards in place. It will force them to up their game.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
I hope so. I'm excited for Battlefield 6. I'm probably gonna wait a couple of weeks before I buy it and get into it, just because usually when there comes a launch to game, there's a lot of bugs, and once they come out with 2 or 3 patches, then I'll jump into it and I'll have a lot of fun with it as well.
I'm hearing there's not a lot of bugs in this game right now.
Oh, they actually did something with their beta?
Well, I can only tell you what I've seen. I'm not, and if you follow this podcast more than 5 minutes, you're going to know I'm not into that type of game at all. So I'm just telling you what I'm reading off of different sites and what I'm hearing from the gaming community as I am playing other games.
All right. Well, you got anything you want to cover with that Crush Rider before we move on?
You guys were talking Call of Duty. I tuned you out.
Yeah, exactly. I could have told you that.
All right. Well,
Plus, my cat was being slightly
Annoying.
insane, so I had to go get rid of her.
don't want another special guest star today, whatever.
Yeah, well, she was climbing around on stuff she doesn't need to be climbing on, like my 3D printer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got it pulled up here. So I'm kind of surprised it took so long for them to do this, but PlayStation has come out and announced starting spring of 2026, they are going to be shutting down support and services to the PS4.
Yeah.
Which is silly.
Here's the other reason for it too, I think. And if you read more into it, it probably says this, but the PlayStation 5 is now more readily available than what it was even 2 years ago.
Right.
So normally you would shut down services on your previous generation of console. I'd say about 2 years into the launch of your newest generation.
Well, that's the
maybe
thing,
three, maybe.
And if I remember correctly, I saw this a few years ago. PS3 support and service didn't get shut down until like mid 2021.
It's because it was a very popular generation.
Because I read somewhere about how they were shutting down. Rockstar was shutting down support and service to the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of GTA 5.
Yeah. It was so, I even go into people's garages when I'm out and about in the community. And when I go in, everybody does it. I'm not the only creep that does do it. But you look around and I'll be damned if, and more than not, I see a PS3. Now I'm starting to see more and more PS4s. But I think you're going to see Sony do this a little bit more because the PS5 is now becoming very readily available to everybody. And unlike Xbox, PlayStation hasn't jacked their goddamn prices through the ceiling.
Well, speaking of shutting down terms and service, Gaming Utopia says beta was great. Nope, not on Game Pass right now. Yeah, they will try to find a way. And that
Where's
was,
he?
that was about 5 minutes ago. That was on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't have
Yeah.
that up because I was looking at my sources.
Yep.
But Sweet Kitty Pie actually sent me something 2 days ago. Since we're talking about server shutdown and everything, Need for Speed Rivals is shutting down their servers and service to that game, which I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the better ones. So I know we talked a while back. We talked about how there was a lawsuit going on for the crew, people who bought the crew, saying that they were not. They bought the copy of the game, therefore they should be able to play it. Because I don't know if Godfather remembers this. You have to be online to play the crew. You can't play it offline.
Well,
so now that they shut down the servers, you can't play the game at all. So I wonder how this is going forward, because I never played Need for Speed Rivals. During the time I didn't really have the money to buy it, so I never got to play it. And I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if there's an offline play to it, but
if they shut it down, they shut it down. I mean, I'm a big proponent in you can't keep it alive forever. Now, what I am a big proponent of, and the developers should take this into account, is let's take the crew for instance. Okay, who owned the crew? Who developed it? Was it
Ubisoft?
It was Ubisoft. Then, goddamn it, Ubisoft needs to remaster that sumbitch and bring it to the current generation.
Yeah,
if there's that big of a following, keep it freaking going.
I agree with that. However, I also agree with the fact that, if there is a big enough community, especially like, with when
If
we were
you say bring out another one, I'm gonna freak.
no, when
Okay.
you were talking about, and don't tune me out when I say this, Cross Rider, because this is actually important. When Plutonium was creating that Modern Warfare 2 remaster for their MWR version,
Okay. Come on.
they had a bunch of modders that were sitting there making a server so that way the older games could live on, but then Activision came out with a cease and desist for it.
Yeah, as they should. But at the flip side of that,
but if you've got a big enough following,
hold on, Fireball, hold on. On the flip side of that, and I think Crush Rider will agree with me on this. If you're not going to bring out a newer version of the game, i.e., Fallout 5, let's just go with Fallout because everybody understands Fallout. If you're not going to come out with an updated Fallout, and you are I'd say 2 generations of consoles ahead of it now, and you got that large of a following, just remake the old freaking Fallout.
well,
Bring it to the new goddamn console, because what's going to happen?
You're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm not getting ahead of myself.
Because I've got a point for Fallout that I was going to bring up later.
No, I was using Fallout as an example. I wasn't bringing up Fallout.
Gaming Utopia says the crew was good. It was a great game.
It was. However, here's what I'm saying. Here's my point, and I think Crush Rider will agree with me on this. If you have that big of a community, that big of a cult following, if you remake that game into the PS5, the Xbox SS, and the PC version, you're going to keep that cult following coming with you. And then, oh, by the way, you're going to make a shit ton more money because they're going to go out and buy that copy to be able to play that game on the updated servers. That's what I was trying to say.
It doesn't matter how big of a following you've got. Game developers make decisions to make stuff or not make stuff. No matter what the players call for. There have been there's been a call for like Banjo-Kazooie and
Sly Cooper.
Games like Perfect Dark. Basically, the old Rare games that Microsoft has, they did a Rare replay for the Xbox One. And then they've just sat on all of those IPs ever since, and they haven't done anything with them. And people have wanted more games of those series, but they do what they choose to. And I mean, the Middle Earth Shadows of War, that whole series, Warner Brothers is just sitting on it when people are like, we want more games with this Nemesis system, and they're just sitting on them and not doing anything with it. So it doesn't necessarily matter what the players want, unless they have some way of showing and guaranteeing that there's going to be a massive profit in it for the developers. They don't listen to anything players say.
Nope. And on top of that, the developers need that extra server space that they were dedicating to that game to whatever the next big project is. Because remember, they always say they can't give you something because they don't have the server space.
All right. Well, because you're talking about Fallout, I think that's going to be my next point to bring up.
Cool. I love Fallout.
Hold on, I'm catching up on some stuff real quick. So, everybody remembers when we were talking about the Oblivion remaster and how that was leaked.
Yeah.
Well, there was also a leak in there talking about a Fallout 3 remaster.
Not happening.
It is.
I don't think it is. Where are you getting your information from? Because everything that I'm seeing ain't happening. And the community will be really pissed off.
Well, we have to. So, Bethesda posted something.
Okay.
And it is the old black and green terminal screen.
Yeah.
That we originally saw back in Fallout 3.
Are you sure it's just Fallout 3?
Hold on. This is where it gets interesting, though. Because when the leaked Bethesda roadmap last year came out, it had already listed a Fallout 3 remaster. So they said they have a very important update coming on October 23rd, which is Fallout Day.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't see anything about Fallout 3.
No. That's when they released that. That's all the speculation surrounding it is because they released that black and green terminal screen, and then the green boot up for when you boot up your Pip-Boy, how the little Vault Boy gives his little thumbs up, and then it turns on the Pip-Boy all the rest of the way.
Hey, Crust Rider, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Pip-Boy standard on pretty much every Fallout?
The Pip-Boy is standard for all vault dwellers to have.
Yeah.
So if you didn't live in a vault, you don't have a Pip-Boy for the most part, unless you managed to get your hands on one. But they were standard issue in the vaults.
But
now what I've found doing a quick Google search is, so the Fallout 3 remaster is just rumor based off of the leaked documents, like Fireball said. However, the person who leaked them says don't expect an announcement on Fallout Day because even if it is in the process, it is too early in development for them to actually make an announcement. Because Bethesda, if you remember, has come out and said we hate making announcements early. That's why they're so pissed off about them throwing us the bone on Elder Scrolls 6. Because they're like, we wish we'd have never said anything. Because it's been 6-7 years since that came out and they haven't done anything.
Yep.
They want like 6 months or less when they make an announcement on it. So if they're a year out, they're not going to say anything for a while.
The thing is, and this is where there's a lot of speculation talking about Fallout.
Right, but you're speculating on a rumor, and let's not be rumor mongering.
But here's the thing, and this is, I understand.
Thank you.
Not rumor mongering, but looking at the leaked roadmap, there was.
And you're still going on about it. It's leaked internal documents. That doesn't mean anything.
But I'm trying to prove a point on why I think there is going. And Godfather sat there and said there's not going to be a Fallout 3.
You don't think there's going to?
When that document came out last year, there was 2 big names on that. You had the Fallout 3 remaster leak, and you had the Oblivion remaster leak. Oblivion remaster came out.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a lot of speculation thinking that there's going to be a
right, but it's just speculation.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop. Hold on. No. Let me stop you right there because we're going to get our points in here. I think the community would be very pissed off if we went back to the Capital Wasteland. Okay, nobody would enjoy that more than me. I'd love to
be back in Fallout 3. That was my first game.
Yeah, I would love to hear Three Dog again. Okay, absolutely would die to hear Three Dog again on current gen.
Didn't the voice actor for Three Dog die?
I don't know. However, I think the community would be more pissed off if we got a Fallout 3 remaster and not a New Vegas remaster. I don't know. I don't understand why everyone's so in love with New Vegas, but seems like everybody I talk to in the community, they go back to New Vegas.
I mean, I see.
Don't know why, but
There was a lot more meat potatoes when it came to New Vegas than there came with 3. You had weapon customization in New Vegas. You were able to have aim down sight in New Vegas. You were able to. The DLC alone for New Vegas was so much better than the DLC for 3 as well.
well,
That's why I think everybody would rather choose New Vegas over 3 is because there was a lot more meat potatoes when it came to New Vegas.
Like Crush Rider said though, I think we're very early into it. I monitor Bethesda's traffic pretty heavily for Talking Tuesday. I have not seen any indication that that's coming out. In fact, I keep saying that I think it's kind of unfair that we are now starting to hear about Fallout 5 and we haven't heard shit about Elder Scrolls 6. And the only thing we've heard about Fallout 5 is that one-page document or the first page when they start working on a project, that is complete for the game, but they have not said anything else about it. And I don't suspect they're going to say anything about it until, I would say, 2030 at the very earliest. Fallout 76 is still going too strong.
Yeah.
They definitely want to get another Fallout out in the wild to capitalize on the show's success. But we know how long it takes to make games, especially the sprawling RPG style that Bethesda is legendary for.
Yeah.
That stuff takes time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's another thing that I've been hearing.
Oh Lord.
It's referring to. Hold on, let me pull up the source real quick.
Let's not do any more leaks.
Yeah, I'm not up for the rumors.
All right.
Because then all you do is you just spin people up for nothing, and then we look like jackasses because we talked about it.
All right. Well, Minecraft movie.
Mind what?
Minecraft movie.
What about it?
It's getting a second one.
Yeah, I know.
I did see. I did see a graphic on that. Which makes sense. It made a lot of money.
It did.
Yeah, I agree with you, but the sequel is confirmed to be dropping on July 23rd, 2027.
I don't know that the original left off a story for continuation. It was kind of a wonderfully contained adventure, and it could be easily left at that.
The original, while I thought a lot of it was pretty stupid,
it was, but that's Minecraft for you.
It did have a good storyline to it. I didn't really like the singing in it, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. But
I mean, that's Jack Black. He's gonna sing.
But at the same time, I don't know. It's Minecraft, and like I told everybody on Thursday when I saw this and I reported it, was the cool thing about Minecraft is if you can imagine it,
you can build it.
You can go in and try and build it, and that's what gets everyone coming back to Minecraft with very little updates to the game.
That's what I liked about the movie. And it was the same reason that I liked the D&D movie. You look at it and you look what's going on and you're like, I can envision that in the game.
Yep.
You're like, all of this stupid stuff happening, I could totally see that in a game of Minecraft.
Yes, you can.
On an RP server where you're just going about your thing, absolutely.
There is one point I want to bring up talking about the Minecraft movie because everybody's heard about the chicken jockey incident.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
That's just modern children with no sense of anything except memes.
Well, no, not even that. yeah, the chicken jockey meme took off.
So,
But people were destroying theaters when that point in the movie came up, and I feel like that needs to be condemned.
why? What do you mean destroying a theater? Like, were they tearing up the seats?
Like as soon as that chicken jockey as soon as Jack Black said chicken jockey, people were screaming, yelling, throwing popcorn everywhere.
Okay, that's
There
not
was
destroying.
There was a clip somebody had brought a live chicken into the movie theater.
Okay,
and
now
threw it out the theater.
that's going a little over the top, and I'll agree with you on the live chicken part. But you know how many movies out there where people throw freaking popcorn?
Yeah,
Where you get objects that you bought in the theater and you walk out and that theater looks like a freaking concession bomb went off in it.
right. I understand.
Like,
I understand that part, and I feel like I'm not explaining myself thoroughly enough. It's one thing to be like, you know, oh, the part's coming up. Everybody yells chicken jockey and just celebrates, claps, and like has a good time with it. It's another to be loud, disruptive, throwing popcorn, and being a nuisance to everybody else around you.
well, guess what? That's up to the theater to have ushers in there and to go up to the individuals doing this and eject them and then turn around and trespass them. You see, there is other mechanisms to it to get to where you want to go. I I was at a movie, and I'm not going to say which one, but I was at the theaters last week and was watching this. I don't even know what the hell it was. It wasn't a movie, I'll tell you that. And people were getting loud, people were talking, people were jumping up, they were dancing. But guess what? You're in an entertainment theater. If the theater doesn't like your conduct, they are going to come in and politely ask you to leave. If you don't, then I can tell you from personal experience, they're going to get the local police department to come in, and then they're not going to tell you so nicely. Then they're going to force you out. So that's up to the theater. Like, if it happened in enough theaters, that means the community was doing it.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to condemn them for having fun because obviously everyone knew it was about to happen.
yeah, and it got to that point where the entire community was doing it, and it had it to the point where it had to be talked about. People were sitting there saying, "Hey, we can't do this. It's not right."
Well, I'm just saying this. If the establishment doesn't want you to do it after the first time, they will put safeguards in place to make sure it doesn't happen a second time.
I mean, that's
If they didn't put those safeguards into place, it's on the theater.
right. But all I'm trying to
I'm not going to condemn the community.
all I'm
Sorry.
trying to say, and this is where we have conflicting opinions.
hmm
All I'm going to say is if we have another meme like Chicken Jockey in this next Minecraft movie, because Lord knows
Okay.
there's going to be, we need to not go as crazy as we did with Chicken Jockey. Tone it down just a bit. I'm not saying you can't have
Go
fun with
crazy.
it,
I don't
but
care.
don't.
To each their own. I mean, I watched Minecraft in the comfort of my own living room. Okay. There's very few movies I will go to the theater for. I will just wait a month until they come out on streaming, and then I'll watch it in the comfort of my own home, and then I don't have to worry about what you just talked about.
Chris Ryder, you got anything? Say to that?
As a whole, people are stupid.
Thank you. You
They,
can't.
they
fix
don't
stupid.
know how to. It's like you can tell people the whole time they're growing up to have a sense of respect for everybody around you and to treat others as they want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get into a situation where just something happens and all of that goes out the window. As an individual, they can be smart. As a whole, people are stupid. That doesn't mean that they need to act like it.
Right. Gaming Utopia said, didn't see the first Minecraft movie, probably won't watch the second one either. I mean, to each their own. I get it.
I just waited until it came out on streaming, and then I just watched it in the comfort of my own home.
I waited until somebody else watched it, and I asked them what they thought about it, and my brother took his son to see it, and he's like, "It's kind of stupid, but it was a fun movie."
It's a movie.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
it's a movie made for kids, basically.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
I mean, Mario was a movie made for kids, and I still enjoyed it because I'm a huge Mario fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
That's
good.
because when Mario came out, we were kids.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, exactly. Final point, and I know we're kind of
We're fine.
not really that many. And again, kind of a slow week, but I still got a decent amount of points. For those, if y'all remember, we talked about the Game Pass Ultimate last week.
Oh Lord.
Xbox and Microsoft came out and did something very funny.
Yeah, they did.
Gaming Utopia says Mario movie was good. And
It was.
But for those who didn't cancel their Ultimate subscription, are grandfathered in at the $19.99 price. For those who canceled it, you're stuck paying $30 now.
I'm not stuck paying anything.
Well, I know. If you were to get
None of them will come back.
yeah, like I can't believe I'm about to say this, but my own laziness saved me from having to pay $30 a month.
See, but the thing is if you ever try and go and change your payment method or anything, they're automatically going to screw you because that's how the grandfathering typically works.
They're going to get their money.
Right. And all they did was take all of the thousands of people that were paying $20 happily, and they just whittled that down to like whatever percentage of it was left. And you got to figure they took a pretty big hit on that, considering people crashed their systems. They were all rushing to cancel.
Right, I believe, and this was the last time I looked at it, it was like 60% of all Game Pass memberships were canceled.
Right. So now they're going to limp along with 40% of what they were making before, and some of them are going to come back eventually.
Exactly.
But are they going to recoup what they lost? Because now you got to remember, for every 2 people that sign up, now they're getting 3 people worth on the old price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like I said,
are they gonna get 66% of what they lost back?
Probably not.
Like I said on Thursday, was out of everyone who canceled, they may get a third of them back. Maybe. But they're not going to get a quarter back. They're not going to get half back. It'll be probably a third. They're not going to get a lot back.
The other thing I was looking at, because they put a huge launch down for a bunch of games they just added. They added every single Assassin's Creed on there. The new Mirage one, and all of the Assassin's Creeds are on there now. All the Call of Duties are on there all the way back to, I believe, 2017 was the last Call of Duty that they added on there. So they're retroactively going back to that. They added let me actually pull it up real quick.
Doesn't really matter because I'm not there. And if you're an Xbox Game Pass user, you already know this information. For those of us who left, we really cared less about what Microsoft added to the Game Pass because it makes no difference. I am not going back ever again.
I get that, but where's the recently added category that they have?
They don't want you to see it because they know it's not worth it.
They added, here it is. Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
No.
Assassin's Creed, Freedom Cry, Revelations, Chronicles Russia, Chronicles India, the Gold Edition for Black Flag, all Trials Fusion games, both Divisions, it looks like, both South Park games.
Ooh, that's a big
Steep, The Crew 2, all the Far Cry games.
Pretty much everything that Ubisoft put out is on there.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
Now, if you are a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and I'm going to tell you right now that Assassin's Creed is a very good game. We've said it before. But it's not good enough for me to go out and pay this kind of money for Game Pass. It's not.
But that's the thing, is like, and yeah, PC Game Pass has stayed the same. $16 a month, I think is what Gaming Utopia just said.
No, they raised it too.
They raised that too.
Yeah, that's why I dropped mine.
But again, Game Pass for a gamer like Godfather who only plays 2, 3 games max at a time, who enjoys playing his certain games, paying $30 a month for that when he could just go to the store and buy that game outright and then have that copy. Because at any time on Game Pass they could get rid of it and then you're SOL.
Yep.
But a gamer like me who will jump from like 5 to 10 games a week because cloud gaming is perfect. Not having to download a 100 GB game, play it for a couple hours, and be like, "Oh, this is boring," and delete it. Pretty much waste my time. Cloud gaming is perfect. I really enjoy that. So, to each their own. Whoever owns it, whoever doesn't, that's fine. But you have to weigh the pros and cons of: are you going to be a game jumper, or are you somebody who's loyal to play the same game over and over and over again?
As long as they don't keep upping the fucking price, you're gonna have people that will stay. But as long as they keep upping their consoles, upping the Game Pass, I think what was the last straw for everybody was when they raised their console prices like they did, the accessory prices like they did, and then they attacked Game Pass. I think
They raised their
when they
console
finally,
prices twice in a year.
yeah, I think once they attacked Game Pass, that's when you saw a lot of loyal players say, "That is it. That's enough for me. I'm out of here. I'm done."
Hell, and I mean, I was lucky enough to get my Xbox used for $200.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much played once.
Yep.
So,
Closing thoughts.
this is kind of been a short episode.
Wow, where are we at on time?
We're only at like
I do
52
have
minutes.
one last thing
Ho!
to toss in.
What's that?
Oh, let Chris ready go.
Yeah.
It was announced over the week that the voice actress Rachel Lillis, she voiced Misty, Jessie, and various Pokemon characters in the English dub of the Pokemon anime.
Uh-oh.
Now she passed away earlier in the year.
Oh, okay.
They announced that the original voice actress or voice actor for Ash Ketchum got money together. I think they did a fundraiser, and there is now a bench located in Central Park West dedicated to Rachel Lillis.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
It needs to have its own Poke
I mean, and it's so like
a lot of people are calling for it to be made a Pokestop filled with water Pokemon.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely. But that's the thing is, and that's great to see because there was an entire generation that Pokemon molded.
Yep.
And
the plaque on the bench reads, "In honor of Rachel Lillis, whose iconic voice filled Saturday mornings, inspiring generations to come."
Oh, yeah.
Which seems fitting to me.
Yeah.
You have your sound on?
Yeah, I got my sound on.
Turn your sound off.
Oops. Hey, I mean, I gotta at least keep an eye on it because somebody's gotta keep his screen up so that way you don't see all the behind the work stuff and that. And it wouldn't be a Nomad Gamers podcast without something technical screwing up.
Well, hopefully next week we're going to be okay. We'll be fine. All right, so closing thoughts. Let's close this thing down.
Quick episode. I mean, sheesh.
I thought it was a great episode.
That was a great episode. Just quick.
Why? What
Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is on sale on Steam, 33% off until tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm very tempted to pick it up. I have no intention of playing it anytime soon with the Legion remix out, but it's $40 instead of 60.
You already said you were wanting to get Ghost of Yotai. You can't just keep.
No, Ghost of Tsushima is an absolutely fantastic game.
It's great. I know.
And I put so many hours into it on the PlayStation already trying to perfect it that I would happily buy it again on PC just to have it right here when I'm ready to play it. I will get Ghost of Yotai. I have decided that I'm going to hold off on the PlayStation pickup. I'm going to wait for it to come out in Steam a year from now, 2 years from now, whenever it pops up. But I want that game again because It's the same reason I picked up Assassin's Creed Shadows. There is something absolutely magical about running around ancient Japan, especially when the developer takes that level of time and dedication to not only make it as historically accurate as possible, but to fit the culture and the atmosphere to where you can just visit villages and just see them doing their thing.
Yep.
This is something, and I thought about this in the beginning of the podcast, and it finally came back to me. I wonder, how big is the World of Warcraft file?
Which
Total
file?
storage size?
Total storage size for World of Warcraft.
Huge.
Let me see.
Because that's got
So we're talking the entire install, both PTR and everything.
yes.
I'm looking at 105 gigabytes on my system right now.
Oh, the granddaddy's still
Oh
smacking
my
around everybody.
god. That's oh my god.
But hey, Fireball, you got to
Call
remember.
of Duty, get your shit together.
Hey, Fireball.
Now that is only retail. Now I do have the hard drive from my old computer installed in here, and it still has World of Warcraft in it because I haven't gone through and gotten all the files out, so I haven't wiped it yet. That particular install, which has a PTR and stuff installed, that's 132 gigs.
Again, oh my god, considering the fact that just going over file sizes real quick. Battlefield 6 is only 103 gigabytes. Call of Duty is still at is like 275. Get your shit together. You got a 20-year-old game that still has less storage space than you.
Well, and you also got to look at it like this too, Fireball. Is if you are a WoW player, and Crest Rider he'll nod his head with this. I know he will. Most WoW players do not play any other game.
No, I get that part.
I mean, yes and no.
But again, I'm sitting here thinking, Crest Rider's got like maybe a 2, 3, 4 terabyte storage drive in his PC to hold WoW, because I thought WoW was probably maybe 700 gigs, something like that, with all the DLCs and stuff added to it. But oh my god, that amazes me, because again, it's a 20-year-old game. You have what, 15 expansions? Something like that?
We are currently on 11, so 10 expansions.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, 10 expansions over 20 years. 120 something gigabytes. Sorry, I can't remember it.
105.
105 gigabytes. Call of Duty, Warzone. 275, I think is the last time I saw how much it was. Come on, get your shit together.
Or don't. I mean,
or don't, and just
don't. That way we
end up going belly up.
That way we hear Fireball complain about it every week, whichever.
But no, just wow.
All right. So
who wants to start closing statements?
You know what?
Bueller?
I'll pick.
That was my closing statement. Was the Ghost of Tsushima?
That was.
Well, that was my closing thought, at least.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Crest Rider, to kind of go on that tangent, because I'm sitting here thinking, like you said, wow, Ghost of Yotai, Ghost of Tsushima, both of those games I believe are like somewhere between 70 and 100 gigs, something like that.
I don't know.
Whatever the game you want to play, I thought you had to spend a fortune on storage. That's all. But moving forward, wow, I don't know how to recover from that. That's just that amazes me. That WoW is that little. But don't know what's going on, or don't really have anything going on. I will say special shout out to Gaming Utopia. Him and I have got something going on in the works. Once we kind of get more of a platform under our feet, we'll start sending clips out and posting to our socials about what's going on. But if you want to know, join our Discord, join his Discord. We'll probably keep updates in both of our Discords moving forward about that. But for right now, nothing going on. Godfather, you're up.
All right, so Tuesday, we will have a Talking Tuesday this week, I promise. Last week, like I told y'all, you did not want to see me on Tuesday night, so we postponed. I am on a Red Dead Online kick. I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Online. I will be streaming again today. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
It is 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. I got
Central
some
Time.
Central. So I got something going on. I will be streaming by 2 p.m. Central Time after this show. It'll be Red Dead Online. We're going to be taming the West. We might get into that zombified thing that Red Dead's doing for Halloween. I don't know. We'll see.
Are they bringing back Undead Nightmare?
Are they bringing back what?
Undead Nightmare.
No.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what we got going on with that. Tomorrow I will be streaming a little bit more until Sweet Kitty Pie returns back. Then I will be helping her with a few things. Monday is streaming. Other than that, it's a normal week for the Godfather.
All right. Well,
We're all back. So I want to take one pause real quick. Check our socials. Make sure we're not leaving any fan behind.
no, I don't think Gaming Utopia had anything left on
I
Twitch.
got nothing here.
Nope, nothing on Twitch.
We never get anything on Kick, so I ain't too worried about that. So with that being said, Fireball.
You pointed the wrong way.
I did not. I pointed right at you.
Oh, on my screen, you're pointing like this.
Oh, okay, fine.
You're like pointing like
Fireball.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching Nomad Gamers. You know who we are. We don't need to say too much more. Well, thank you. See you next week.
This is the Narc Rider signing off.